This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
So we are looking for the GTA's most tired mom, and specifically we're looking for those tired mom fails. We've all been there where you're so tired and you do something and you're like, oh my goodness, I really need to get to bed. Lindsay Poland of Aurora, you can relate to this?
Absolutely.
Oh dear. What did you do, Lindsay?
Oh my God. Well, the other day I was exhausted. We actually have a 7-month-old baby at home, and I put my cell phone password into the microwave and hit start.
Wait, like instead of putting in how much time you wanted to heat something up, you typed in your cell phone password?
Yes, I did. And that was very, very hot leftovers.
What were you reheating? Leftovers? What kind of leftovers?
It was just like leftovers from dinner because we had gone to like a restaurant the day before, and it was just like a pasta, and it was very, very hot.
Wow. So I imagine it's at least 4 digits, your password, no?
Yes, it is. And
So how? I don't want to ask what your password is, but you basically reheated something for way too long.
Way too long. And then I walked away because I wasn't paying attention, and I was playing with the baby, and then
Did it run the whole course, or did you realize?
No, I did catch it, but I caught it way too late.
Was it even close to edible, or was this just straight into the garbage?
No, it was like crunchy. Lesson learned.
I mean, at least you remembered to get back to the microwave. I can't tell you how many times I put something in the microwave and I've forgotten until the next day.
What?
Yes.
Don't you get hungry?
No, sometimes you forget to eat as a new mom.
No.
Right, Lindsay?
It pays, trust me. I have to reheat my coffee so many times, and sometimes I just leave it in there for the rest of the day, and I'm like, well, we'll try again tomorrow.
I'm most sad for the pasta because leftover pasta is the best.
Oh my God, so good. I was so disappointed.
What kind of pasta was it? A little penne alla vodka or?
Yes, that's my favorite pasta in the whole world, and that's what it was, and it was from my favorite restaurant in Markham.
Oh, what in the Cacio de Pepe is happening?
Lindsay, well, you know what? You definitely tick the most tired mom in the GTA category. So we're going to crown you that title for today. And what that means is you get to pamper yourself at a spa. We're giving you a day at Elmwood Spa.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you've been to Elmwood Spa. It's amazing. You can just hang out there all day, get some lunch, kick your feet up, get some spa services. You're going to love it.
Oh, I can't wait. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, make sure you take care of yourself, and happy Mother's Day to you as well.
Thank you.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
the Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
Okay, here are 2 stories you need to know. What do you got?
I just want to state for the record that you're human, I'm human, Steph is human. We have flesh, we feel pain, we are here.
Are we, though?
Okay, don't make me think about it. I tell you this, and I give you this disclaimer for everyone listening, because an Australian radio station in Sydney facing some serious backlash after it revealed that an artificial intelligence-generated host has been hosting a show for 6 months.
6 months?
6 months. The AI host was named Thigh. There was a picture they generated on the website of this station where you could go and look. It looks like a real person.
Oh, wait, hold on. They didn't tell them that it was AI?
And this is why they're in trouble. They did not disclose to the audience that it was AI, and they only revealed it after an internet sleuth started asking some serious questions. So this AI person was created by a company called 11 Labs, which uses voice cloning AI software. So this show, Sydney, big market, is called Workdays with Thigh, and it aired 11 to 3. She'd play music, she'd introduce songs, and was apparently pretty convincing. If you go to the show's website, I'm going to read, this is still up, they haven't taken it down. I'm going to read this right off the website. It says, curated by our music experts, these are the songs that are charting or on the cusp of blowing up. Hear it first with Thigh, so you can boast to your friends and say, you were all over it first. And it has a picture of Thigh, who's an attractive woman in her late 20s, early 30s.
Does she look like AI?
No, she looks like a real, regular person. The station did not tell its listeners what was going on. It only came clean again after a writer put out a blog post that asked questions like, what is Thigh's last name? Who is she? Where did she come from? Why does she have no social media? Anyone who's public-facing like all of us in the media has a very prominent social media. Listeners are upset. They and industry advocates are all saying, hey, you have to tell us that this is AI.
Look, I think we can all accept that AI is sort of taking over everything. However, you have to be transparent.
You would think so.
That's important.
Does this not feel like the start of a Black Mirror episode? Does this not feel like a topic we're going to be talking about a lot in the days and weeks to come?
This feels like maybe, you might have a replacement for your co-host, i.e. me, because they can
Why-
do this.
why would it be
I
you?
didn't even know that they could do this.
Don't stress about it. Pooja, what do you got for us?
Lady Gaga just broke a world record after her free concert in Brazil this past Saturday. 2.5 million people attended her Rio de Janeiro concert.
Wow.
So
What?
she set the record for the highest attended concert by a female artist. It was previously held by Madonna, who had 1.6 million.
How do you cram 2.5 million people into anywhere?
Can you imagine being at that concert or performing for that many people? She hadn't been there in a decade. So a lot of little monsters taking in the show, and very happy that she came back to perform.
Would you attend a show with 2.5 million people? I'm having anxiety just thinking about that. How do you get to your car after it's done? Imagine getting out of there. Oh my gosh. No thanks.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Pooja, you just shared something very personal. After Paul recently lost his mom, it's gotten you thinking. You want to tell your mom how you really feel. And, it sounds silly, but like we don't do this enough, or some people don't ever do this.
We don't. I see my mom every weekend, and I don't say any of these things. And I really just want her to know that I feel them. I think about them all the time, but I just don't say it out loud. So I decided to write her a letter for Mother's Day.
I love this because I think parents are the most taken for granted people, right? By their kids.
Sure.
Which is so odd and cruel. But I love that you're going to share this. Let's hear it. The
Okay.
floor is yours.
Here we go. Okay, deep breath. Dear Mom, where do I even start? I feel like I see you every weekend, but never get to tell you how I truly feel about you and how grateful I am that I got you as my mom. I watch in awe as you play with your grandkids with as much energy and zest for life as a 20-year-old. You are silly and fun, just like you were when I was growing up. There's nothing you wouldn't do for us. I've always known that I can call you with anything and everything, and you will be there in a heartbeat because you are Superwoman. You always have been. You were always there despite working full-time, building community from the ground up, cooking my favorite dishes with love, being at every activity I failed growing up. You held down our family, and in the really tough times, you were the sole income earner. We didn't have much growing up, but somehow we never felt it. You spoiled us with love and memories to last a lifetime. But mostly when I look at you, Mom, I see me, or at least I see me trying desperately to be as good of a mom that you are to me. You never ask for a thank you. You always show up, and you never complain. You only ask for time together, and time is so precious. I worry that there will never be enough time to be there for you as you've been there for me, to show you just how much I appreciate you, to be able to one day take care of you the way you have always taken care of everyone else above your own needs, to have more time where we laugh until we cry, time to share your own childhood memories and your life before kids, time when I'm not so tired and cranky and taking you and our time together for granted. I have not been the perfect daughter, I know, and I don't know what I did to deserve you, even though you'd probably tell me that I am deserving of all the love in the world. I hope that you know that my desperate desire to become a mom came from you, because the unconditional love you have shown me is something I can only hope to pass on to my kids every day. Here's to more time together. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Does it need any changes?
I got no suggestions. You kind of got me right in the feels near the end about your inspiration for becoming a mom came from.
I'm not crying. You're not crying.
It's
We're
a little
not
misty
crying.
in here. That's really good. I think that's probably the best Mother's Day gift you've ever given your mom in your 26 years on this planet.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day. Maybe that inspired you to do the same.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Poem on your pillow day.
Did you make this up?
No, I didn't know that this was a thing. I guess you write a poem and then you leave it on your partner's pillow for them to find it and then get this beautiful poem by you.
Could one write a poem to themselves and leave it on their pillow asking for a friend?
I mean, whatever makes you happy. Sure,
Okay.
why not?
So have you done this? Did you try this?
So I tried this with Paul last night. I thought I would
Oh.
write a quick little poem.
Can I ask what it said, or is it too personal?
I can tell you.
Oh.
Thanks, Producer Steph.
Romantic. Steph on the keys.
Okay.
Tickling the ivory. Didn't know she could.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're simply the best. Yabba dabba doo.
Wow. How much royalty are you giving to Tina Turner and Fred Flintstone for that?
Well,
What the heck? That's the best you could do?
I had to come up with something quickly because I was going to bed and I was tired. So anyway, that's what I came up with. And then I woke up this morning and he actually had a little sticky note on my mirror
Okay.
responding with his own poem.
What did he say?
So he said, oh, thank you. I'll channel my Paul. Roses are red and firefly petunias like to glow. Why do I have a sneaking suspicion you wrote me that poem for the show? Of course he was on to me.
Everything is content now.
I don't think we can use Paul as like, our guinea pig for anything anymore. He just knows now.
Yeah, I feel like the show has poisoned your relationship a little bit. He's like, what's genuine and what's for show content?
Yeah, I can't trust you anymore.
Like, can you ever have a tender moment with Paul where he's like, are you recording this?
No.
Is this?
He's always looking over his shoulder and he's like, what? Why is Gurdeep here?
That's that's a tough way to live, man.
Pooja and Gurdeep in the morning.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast. The Daily Double.
With Pooja and Gurdeep.
All right, so I had a bit of a weekend at Bernie's moment yesterday, Steph.
Uh-oh.
Nobody died, nothing like that. But I was on the 403 West.
Okay.
Mississauga. I was by myself driving in the left lane, and I looked to my left into the HOV lane because I was kind of driving side by side with the car. We're at the same speed. I spotted this guy driving in the HOV lane, and I had to do a double take to confirm what I observed here, but I can confirm this happened. There's a guy driving the HOV lane with a dummy in his passenger seat.
What?
Dressed up, Hawaiian shirt, bucket hat,
No.
sunglasses.
Are you sure it was a dummy or someone was just sleeping?
I didn't believe my eyes at first, and then I kept doing a double take because we were driving beside each other for a bit. It was 100% a dummy. It was a mannequin. I then made eyes with the driver because I think he sensed
Not
like
with
that.
the dummy?
Not with the dummy. With the dummy too. The dummy winked at me. And I made eyes with the driver, and he gave me this. This is what double confirmed it for me. He gave me this knowing look. He kind of gave me a look like, pretty sweet, huh?
Maybe that's his buddy. You don't know.
No, man, I'm telling you, it was weekend at Bernie's. And okay,
Wow.
I should say right off the hop here, obviously illegal. Like,
Yeah.
don't do this. However, part of me appreciates the effort he went through to pull this maneuver off.
But wait, what if he was transporting the dummy somewhere
All
else?
dressed up with the seatbelt on?
You don't know.
No, he was in the HOV lane with that dummy for a
Maybe he was
reason.
bringing it to a party.
At like 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
I don't know. On a Monday?
Yes.
What day was it? Yesterday? Tuesday? And the thing, it definitely looked like this was not his first rodeo. Like, he had done this many times. He was confident. He had a great setup.
I
Like,
think
he
it's
had
his
all
buddy.
the
Travels
gear.
with him all the time. It's his bud.
Okay, so when I landed where I was going, I was curious. I looked this up because obviously, again, illegal. So here's what I found on the internet.
Okay.
Misusing HOV lanes in Ontario. For example, insufficient occupants, improper lane change, using dummies. It actually has a using dummies qualifier. Results in a $110 fine. What do you think? Demerit points? Yes or no?
No.
3 demerit points.
No way.
$110 fine and 3 demerit points for a weekend at Bernie's again.
What? But what if he's just transporting
No,
the
that
dummy
doesn't make-
somewhere?
why wouldn't he be in the trunk or the back seat
I don't
then, like laying it
because
flat?
he doesn't fit. There's boxes in the trunk.
I tell you what, if you get pulled over for that, you try telling the officer. Like, what if you get pulled over? Do you think you even try to pull off a story like that? Like, oh, I'm just transporting him. But okay, fine. Even
What if he
is,
was transporting
okay,
him?
fine. Even if he was, though, you still can't be in the HOV lane.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
So we're wondering, after you turned 40, did you notice that things started to happen? Maybe things that didn't happen before, things were starting to change. I know for me, this past weekend, I was at Canada's Wonderland with my kids. And, my kids are 2.5, so they couldn't go on many rides. So we went on all the baby rides, right? All the little kid rides that
Love
barely
it.
move.
Love it.
Can I tell you that I got that feeling in the pit of my stomach
From the kids' rides.
from the kids' rides? The one you get at the drop,
yeah.
normally on
the
roller
one
coasters.
you used to get from riding the Bat or Leviathan or Top Gun.
Yes, I was getting that on their rides, and they were having a great time. And I was like, my stomach started to get a little queasy. I was like, what is going on? I used to be such a thrill seeker. Nope, not anymore. Cannot do rides anymore.
Yeah, I think I've hung up my whatever you would hang up if you were retiring from rides as well.
Your roller coaster
I've hung up
badge?
my shoulder restraints because I feel it. Like I did one in the last few years at Wonderland, and I came off and I just felt so like out of sorts, but not in the like thrill, adrenaline seeking out of
No.
sorts. More like, I need to sit down.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm getting
Somebody
old.
get me some water kind of situation.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that. For me, and I've shared this on the show before, it's like recently I realized like when I'm holding up a medication or one of those little pill bottles you get from Shoppers, I have to pull it away from my face a little bit to read. And I'm trying to power through that and just hold it close. But I'm like, this didn't used to happen before 40.
Mhm. And then you pointed it out to me and I was like, I'm not experiencing that. And then you put a bottle in front of me and I couldn't read it. And I was like, okay, maybe I am.
You know what band needs to come back? B44, but now they're called B440. And they just share all the things they used to be able to do.
And then I've got like weird ones too that maybe have nothing to do with age, just like a weird paranoia. I feel like when I wake up in the morning and I get ready and I come to work, I have this fear that I have my clothes on inside out.
What?
So I'm like constantly checking, did I put my clothes on properly?
Inside out, not backwards, not like crisscross.
No, just inside out, like the tag is showing or something. I don't know why. I'm always checking, like double checking.
Is that why you're often reaching for the back of your shirt?
Yes.
You're just checking if the tag is out?
I don't know. It's this weird thing, like, because you forget so many things. You become very forgetful. So
Sounds
I'm
like a recurring nightmare.
I'm like, maybe I just put my shirt on wrong and didn't notice because I didn't look in the mirror.
In the 15 years I've known you, I've never once noticed your shirt inside out. So
Okay.
that's just a
You'll tell me?
you thing. I'll tell you. I'll
Okay.
tell you. Steph, you got some of these?
So once I get to 40, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I'm over. I remember my parents always saying when I was younger, like, enjoy right now because when you get older, you can't do this stuff. You're going to be so achy. And I'm like, whatever. I have like every ache and pain that my parents ever had. The knees, your back, my migraines, the headache. I can't. Like, I'm tired now. And I never thought I would be tired. I was never tired.
We had
So
endless
it's
energy.
All that stuff your parents warned you of.
As kids, you remember when your parents took a nap? You're like, why are they napping all the time? And now it's like, all I want to do is nap.
Naps are the best. I finally understand the phrase youth is wasted on the young. We got to go George Costanza, live life in reverse. Imagine you could experience your 20s when you're actually like 60 or 70. How much you'd appreciate it. Oh,
That would be nice.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
what's that thing that started happening after 40? Breakfast Television's Frankie Flowers jumping in studio with us. Frankie, what's that for you?
Well, I'm 50. I just remember when I hit 40, all of a sudden the hair was falling off my head, growing on my back. That was the first thing. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? Things are growing in the wrong places. On my ears, everything else. That was kind of crazy. And then when I hit 50, what I really changed for me is I just don't care. I just don't care. 50 is a wonderful age where you're like, God made me this way. I'm going to hurt at times. I'm going to feel different at times. And you know what? I just don't care.
I love that.
I'm looking forward to that because I still do care.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to experience some of the other stuff like random back pain and like things I can't do physically that I used to be able to. I like that. I want to get to the don't care phase.
Yeah, and I know at this time when you hit the 40s, you start not seeing things. There's
Yeah.
things in this world you don't want to see.
Right.
And then all of a sudden when you hit 40, you start not hearing things. When you hit 50, there's things I don't want to hear. And now in this world, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. The less I know, the better it is.
So what I'm gathering from this is that you can no longer see, you can no longer hear, you don't care. So all of that hair that's growing out of your ears and in places that you didn't think it could grow out of, you can't see it anyway, and you don't care.
Life is great.
Stay tuned for our 2035 show when Frankie tells us what happens at 60.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
A little cheeky mom's quiz or famous mom's quiz.
Oh, okay.
Pooja versus Steph. This is becoming a thing. Steph is 2-0 against you, Pooj, so you're due.
Oh, great. That's a great reminder.
Who wants to go first?
I
I
went
will.
first last time. You go first, yeah.
Pooj is going to go first. Okay, Pooj. In which movie does the mom famously yell, Kevin?
Home Alone. Yes.
Pooj is on the board.
Finally.
Steph, your first question. What's the full name of the mom from The Simpsons?
No. Oh, I was thinking Family Guy. Marge Simpson.
You almost blew
I was
that
going to say
one.
Lois Griffin. I'm like, wrong cartoon.
Okay, 1-1. Off to a great start. Pooj, finish this classic mom phrase. As long as you live under my roof.
You'll follow my rules?
That is correct. 2-1 Pooj. Steph, what is the name of the matriarch from The Golden Girls who always told it like it is?
Sophia. That's what everybody calls me.
Okay. Oh, well. Glad you got that question. Okay, Pooj, this is for you to run the table here. Who is the overprotective but hilarious mom from Mean Girls who said, I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. You can give me either the character name or the actress who played her.
I don't remember.
The overprotective but hilarious mom from Mean Girls who said, I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
Is it Tina Fey?
Good guess. She's in the movie, but it's
And
not
she
Tina
created
Fey.
the movie, I think.
She
Yeah.
did.
I don't remember
No
who the
bon-
mom
no bonus
was.
points for that.
That wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. She was in Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Who's the mom?
Who's the mom?
Do you have a guess, Steph?
No.
Steele? Amy Poehler played Mrs. George.
Okay.
Okay, so Steph, this is for the win. It's the final question. On Stranger Things, who plays the fiercely protective mom, Joyce Byers?
Winona Ryder. Yeah!
Just like Winona Ryder used to steal stuff, Steph has stolen another game. Oh, Pooja.
Wow, I
No,
feel
we
great.
both win. It's Mother's
Hey,
Day.
a respectable score, though, 3-2.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.